edition of the Talking Drum with Keepers of the Culture, Deborah Fakunle and
Cheryl Hinton.
Today our guest is Kira Daly from the Culture Daily Performing Arts Center. Come back and find out about
it. Welcome back to the Talking Drum. And we're here today with Kira Daly, who is the new director of a very new performing arts center here in Baltimore City called the Culture Daily Performing Arts Center. Kira, tell us something about your new center.
Well, I'm excited to start this organization and preparing some of the students for African dance, drum, rhythm, and we're just really excited to have this in Baltimore. There's nothing like it. It's a unique organization. There's no place where you can actually go and have different genres of dance offered to you. So that's what we're doing presently, and looking to add foreign languages and some other things, personal shopping.
Oh,
so just making it a full spectrum for all of our Baltimoreans.
Wonderful. Okay. Now, you said African dance, so what are some of the other dance forms that you're offering?
Some of the other genres are jazz. Just to give you a little background on me, I'm originally from New York, and I studied with Marie Brooks, which I would think it was like maybe 5, and then went to take classes and that was my start. That was my start. And then Bernice Johnson and Queens, and so just really starting from the jazz, modern element, African, and then got really heavy into African dance with Nanayo Deni Zulu in Queens, and from there just on to Morgan State, and really started getting more deeply into that particular genre of dance, studying with Sankofa Dance Theater for how many years, and then pursuing Afro-Caribbean, Afro-Cuban specifically. And so that's what we're offering right now. We're offering Afro-Caribbean, Afro-Cuban, jazz, and traditional West African dance and drum.
What age group are you targeting?
Right now we're starting at age 3, and three on up. Okay, so age 3 through 17, the classes are at 10:30.
On which day?
On Saturdays. And for adults, we call it a community class. We want everybody to come on out. Even if you have a cane, come on out. You can shake your thumb with us. And you got it. And so class is at 11:30 to 1 o'clock. Drum class is also the same day, and that's at 10 o'clock from 10 to 11:30.
What type of drum are you focusing in? You said you have different genres of dance. Is it West African, Afro-Cuban?
Well, presently we're offering rhythm class, which concentrates on the djembe, learning and studying the different sounds and the different patterns of the djembe, the dudun orchestra, which is a series of drums, 3 drums that is sung by the kenkeni and the dudun. So if you come on out, you learn more about it. And then hopefully we're offering classes on the bata, which is a traditional drum that's used with Orisha dance, which is the Afro-Cuban.
Is there a cost attached to this?
There's definitely a cost. Of course, everyone wants to stay in business, and we need to keep the lights on. So you can call for further information and be more than happy. The fee is nominal. It's just a small little, it's like an outfit. It's an outfit.
Depends on what store you're shopping.
It's true, but it's an outfit.
That's great. So tell us something about your profession other than your studio. What do you do when you're not at your studio running that facility?
When I'm not there, I am a full-time Spanish teacher for Gilmore Elementary School, so shout out to Gilmore in the Sandtown Winchester community. I've been teaching there for almost 5 years, going on 5 years. I've taught dance and drama there for a couple of years and have done a number of shows. And now I'm the Spanish teacher, so I'm excited about that.
Okay. Is there any other languages that you're fluent in?
Well, not necessarily fluent, but I have been exposed to a number of languages, and that's one of the things that the center really wants to promote, foreign languages in the community. So I studied in Japan, I've studied Japanese, and in addition to just your basic wall-off, Nengadef, I couldn't even get it out, but Nengadef, thank you for that, those basic things. I think everyone should know how to communicate or just say hello to someone in a different culture. So Japanese, Spanish, a little bit of French. I mean, un petit peu. And that's basically it. Yeah, mi hao ma to my Chinese to my Chinese friends.
Well, Baltimore is such a wide, culturally diverse place. Do you expect to tap into all the different cultures to come into your performing arts center?
That's my goal.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the goal of the center, to really embrace all of the cultures that exist in Baltimore. Being that I am from New York, of course, it's a melting pot there, and that's one of the things that I miss. And so I thought, well, why not bring something from home here? And so that's what we're looking to establish, a center where everyone feels comfortable, where we're promoting not just African dance and not just African arts, but we're promoting world arts.
Oh, world arts. Excellent.
Yes, and again, it's unique, so I don't think anyone else is really pushing that effort, and I think that it needs to be pushed.
Excellent. Now tell us, I mean, how are you going, who is teaching all of this? Are you teaching everything, or you have an instructor?
Well, presently I'm teaching the dance program. I do have a master drummer. I mean, this man is phenomenal, Manes Yehuda. Many of you have probably have know him and love him. He is a master drummer, and he is working with our youth. He's working with the adults, and we're just excited to have him. He's definitely a cornerstone to Culture Daily Performing Arts Center.
So when how long have you been in existence?
We are newly founded, so I would say 6 months. 6 months almost. So we're looking to celebrate, go on to our year anniversary, and just excited to be here and going on this journey, and hoping that everyone will come on with us and travel, learn about some different cultures.
Okay, we're going to take a break right now, and we'll be right back.
Talking Drum, and we have today with us Kira Daly of the Culture Daily Performing Arts Center. Thank you again for coming to the show.
Sure.
Now, you mentioned earlier that you had children from the age of 3 to 17, and then you also have a community class as well. What are you going to culminate any activity or any major event at the end of your dance year? And what will your dance year be? Is it going to be from September to June, or are you going to run it a little bit differently?
Well, presently we're offering 5 sessions. This session we're concentrating on African dance, specifically learning or teaching lamba to my adults. and my babies are learning funga, which is a welcome dance, and we'll go into maybe a hip hop. So I'd like to offer a variety to our audience. So we're going to concentrate on the hip hop, and then the session after that will be a different genre. A lot of energy, a lot of time, a lot of commitment, but a lot of fun.
Well, Kira, tell me about African dance and you. You've embraced this, you said, for so many years. What do you find so attractive about that particular art form of dance?
Well, it's interesting. With each art form, you begin to take it on as your own person. And I think that, becomes a way of life. And so for me, African dance is not just about the dance. It becomes, what I eat, who I socialize with, what I listen to. And so you begin to just take on a different persona. And that's what has happened. I've grown from that experience. I've studied, again, Afro-Cuban, and with that, I've grown. I've met a different circle of friends. I've learned different foods, different sounds, and it's just a continuing growth cycle. You just grow.
And tell me about the hip hop.
Well, hip hop, I'm, a child of the 70s. I grew up with it. Sugar Hill is all new again, but that's what I grew up on, so I can't forget my original roots, So it's just about doing my thing, and that's just who I am. I'm different people, and I'm wrapped up in this one person, and I think everyone has different sides to them, and there's no one right packaging. You want to taste this, you want to try that, and that's what it's about. Culture Daily Performing Arts Center wants to allow you to find your inner you.
Okay. Excellent. Now, you said that you were going to do some other things with that. You were going to bring foreign language in there. Tell me about the personal shopping portion
aspect.
of it. Yeah.
Okay, well, that comes from my little stint at Nordstrom. I worked in collectors, which is their upscale department. And from there, I realized that a lot of women really do not know what fits their body type or what fabrics really work for them, what designers, if they are into designer clothing, will work for them. And so what I'm offering is an opportunity for me to actually shop for you or shop with you. And so, that's one of the programs that I'm looking to start also.
So let's say, for example, if I'm really into African dance, which I love. If I wanted to change my style just to fit what I love to do, where my passions lie, you would help me shop in that area?
I sure would. We would find the right fabric for you, because you have different quality fabric with African clothing. You have different quality. You can find maybe a seamstress that could tailor it for you, or we can actually go to some of the bazaars, some of the boutiques that are more upscale, and you find the right outfit for you. You might have a corporate event, you might be on TV. And so if you are, we have to fight to find the right thing, okay? Make that right statement.
Okay, so tell me again. Culture Daily Performing Arts Center, which will have different genres of dance, which will do personal shopping, which will be giving foreign language classes.
That's right, yes.
And what else?
Whatever else I can do. I'm here for a minute, and while I'm on this planet, we need to have some fun. And these are all the things that I do. These are the skills that I have. And again, I don't fit into, necessarily well, I can fit into a corporate package. However, I prefer not to. And so therefore, if I have all these skills, why hide them? This is what I do. I'm not faking. This is what I do. Trust me. Those of you who know me know this is what I do. I'm tapping into different things. That's where we'll be.
With a wide variety of instructors.
With a wide variety of instructors with different levels. In terms, hopefully maybe 5 floors. Who knows? But I see a massive building. I see funding, I see investors, I see you on the dance floor, okay? Learning a language, taking a class, shopping so that we can prepare for the trip abroad.
Okay, so Kira, tell us how to get in touch with you so that we can register for the classes or participate in the things that are happening at your center.
Oh, that's no problem. You want to dial 443-928-9169. Or you can contact Showtime Theater at 410-235-0100. You can ask for Kira Daly or Sherry Grant.
Okay, thank you.
And we're going to go to a break and we'll be right back. Kira Daly, the director of the new Cultured Daily Performing Arts Center, which is located, give the address again for us.
Showtime Theater, 9 West 25th Street. Come on out.
Now, Kira, you had mentioned earlier that trips.
Yes.
You know I like the trips.
Well, the first trip that I'm thinking of organizing is a trip to Jamaica. Many of you that know me know my family is from Jamaica. And so I would love to do something like that where we go down and we have a retreat and we dance, we vibe, and just have a good time.
Oh, wow. So when is that going to be? I have to start seeing on my calendar.
Well, you know, in the winter months when everyone's feeling kind of blue and blah, you know, and the rates are probably down. We want to make it affordable for everyone, and so we'll have to get some flyers out, but that's a project also.
But, so when? Are we talking about the next 6, 9, a year?
Well, no, we're talking
down payment?
06.
Okay, 2006. So your center is going to be working on doing regular outings like that? I mean, outings out of the country.
Possibly. We'll see how it works out. We'll see what the support is like, but that is definitely a must. I want people to not just experience it here in this country, but to experience it abroad. So once you come in, you start taking dance classes. Again, you're learning about the language, you're learning about the rhythms, you're learning about the dance and all of this. And then, hey, why stop there? We have to travel together. You know, sometimes people are intimidated to leave the country by themselves. I think they're more apt to leave if they have company. So what better company to have than us?
Now, I had the opportunity of coming to one of your classes at Showtime Theater, and I really had a good time, but who I saw there was really amazing to me. Your husband,
Yes.
who was on the djembe, which was very impressive. I think he even impressed himself.
Yes, he was definitely reaching down and supporting me.
I thought that he did a really great job. I really did. And also your sons, both of them on djembes.
Yes.
And your daughter was right behind you, and she mimicked every movement that you did. So tell me about your children. I mean,
Well, they've grown up around the drums, they've grown up around the dance, and well, I shouldn't say grown up, they're only like 7 and babies, but their whole lives, they've seen the drums, they've seen performances, so they understand what it means, and they know what mommy's trying to do. So they are there to help in any kind of way. So I might have them selling drinks one day, you know, just to train them so they'll understand what it means to be a business person, what it means to communicate with the community, to understand what it means to offer a service and offer good service.
excellent, excellent. How long has your son been drumming?
Since in the womb, 5 months, he was banging on my belly. He actually was, but he did his first little mini show when he was 3, and he did that on Morgan State's beautiful, beautiful stage. He did that with Hassan and Bai and some drummers from New York, actually some awesome drummers from New York. And he's never forgotten that, and anytime he sees a performance, he's trying to get on a costume. He doesn't care if it fits. Can I get my leg in there, you know, to jump up? So it's definitely a family affair.
That's wonderful. I think that that's very important. And one thing that I've noticed in the Baltimore community is a lot of families end up traveling together. I know with my own children, they're like my left and my right hip. And Deborah as well, you know, taking them different places and giving them new and different experiences, and also to make sure that they are also culturally diverse is really critical in this community. I also witnessed you working with the students at your school when you were teaching dance and drama, and that was fabulous, you know, what you were able to put together with that. Are you still doing or sharing in any part of that now that you're teaching Spanish? I mean, are you still working with the dance and the drama there at the school?
Well, not this year. I hadn't worked with them in that capacity. I've just really limited myself to the Spanish. However, I'm looking to do that for the following year, introducing more of the Afro-Cuban style dance, incorporating that with the Spanish program. And presently, Gilmore has 2 wonderful dance teachers there, And so they're offering a different genre, and I'd like for them to continue in that capacity, and I'll assist if needed.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Because after meeting some of those children, they had a lot of energy to hone in on. And I thought that was a great experience for them because they were able to exert all that energy on stage. And they did a wonderful job. I think that they were really well received by their parents and the community in that area.
They still ask, Mrs. Daly, are you going to do a dance program? Can we do your dance program? So they had a good time, and I had a good time with them. Yes.
So are any of your children from the school, have they been coming to Showtime Theater? Well, Culture Daily Performing Arts Center.
Yes, they actually have. I was able to bring some of the babies down. Well, I call them babies. They're high school students, but they're my babies still. Some of the students were actually in a play that I had directed, which was 1,000 Cranes. I was able to get them to come over, and some of the other students who actually danced with me. So again, Culture Daily Performing Arts Center is not just limited to dance, but to promoting performing arts, dance, theater, rhythms, foreign languages, and just diversity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, tell us about the rhythm and its significance with the dance and drum. How do you view that? A lot of people don't understand with African dance and Afro-Cuban how significant that drum is.
Well, like one drummer told me, your heartbeat is your first drum. And from there, everything else commences. And so the dance without the drum is like, a boat on dry land. It's not going anywhere. The two need each other. And so that's what, Maness is actually teaching the boys and the girls there. He's teaching them that drumming is not just about hitting and tapping on a drum. It's about bringing out sound, but it has a deeper meaning, and only a drummer could actually explain that to you. But they definitely go hand in hand, the drum and the dance. They're married.
Kira, before we leave today, what kind of advice would you give someone who has never danced before and who really would like to, only dances in their living room and their kitchen? How would you encourage them, those beginners, to come out?
If you can walk, you can talk. If you can dance, you can move with me. You can do that. Come on out. I will show you what to do. We'll have fun together.
So they will not be intimidated at all?
They will not. They will not. You will come, you will have fun.
Thank you, Kira, so much for being on the Talking Drum with Keepers of the Culture, Cheryl Hinton.
And Deborah Fakunle. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
We really enjoyed you and all the questions that you answered, and we hope that the community will embrace the Culture Daily Performing Arts Center.
Thank you again.
And we hope also that you, along with our viewers, will come back again for another edition of the Talking Drum. Thank you. Welcome back. Now we have someone with us here, Ms. Marilyn Tucker, who helps us out on the show. Marilyn is our makeup consultant, among many things, and we're happy to have her on set with us right now. Glad to have you, Ms. Marilyn.
Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity to come on with you both. Thank you.
Okay, so you did our makeup. Well, you didn't do mine. You did Cheryl's makeup. I guess they can see the difference. You did Cheryl's makeup before.
Before so much for the expertise.
Oh, you're quite welcome. You have a beautiful face to work with. Your bone structure and everything is just wonderful.
You're making me blush now. I don't even blush on my face. But I'm one that does not wear a lot of makeup. So give us some tips on people of color who don't wear a lot of makeup, and as we mature, what do you think that we should do to help our blemishes and our fashion trouble spot areas?
Well, many times as African American women, especially if you don't have problem skin, you feel as though you don't really need to wear makeup. But what we fail to realize is the sun's rays are always beaming down on you. So you always need to have some sort of a covering for your skin. Some African American women have uneven skin tones. So that additional covering will even out your skin. And like I said, your face is a beautiful canvas to work with. We need a covering, winter as well as summer months. We do need to cover our skin because it's always susceptible to. Yeah, as African American women, we must protect our skin. The rays are always out, whether it's winter or summer. And we do remember, you don't necessarily use the same foundation that you would in the summer, that you would in the winter.
Thank you, Marilyn, so much for coming on the show. I really do appreciate you and your expertise in something that I do not do well, and that is makeup. And I really appreciate that. And we're having so much fun with this. And plus, you also helped us to design our set, and that was a great, great help. Wouldn't you say so, Deborah?
Yes, it was. And we really thank you and look forward to you coming back, helping us again.
I appreciate being here. Well, thank you for having me on the show and allowing me to be a part of your collective.
We appreciate that. And the Talking Drum will be right back after this. If you'd like to share with us on the Talking Drum how you are a keeper of the culture in art, music, storytelling, dance, or song, feel free to call us at this number.
410-732-4371.
And we'd like you to be a part of our show, The Talking Drum, with Keepers of the Culture,
Deborah Pierce Fakunle
and Cheryl Hinton. Peace.